Hi, hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So in this video I'm gonna show you the digitizing a topo sheet using point, line and polygon in ArcGIS Pro. So now let's get started. So now let me explain about what is digitizing. So digitization of topo sheet refers to the process of converting information on a paper topographic map into a digital format using geographic information system softwares such as ArcGIS Pro. This process allows the representation of the spatial features such as the contour, river, roads and other geographic elements in a digital environment and making it easier to analyze, manage and share the geographic information. So in our previous video, I have shown you how to georeference the topo sheet in ArcGIS Pro. So make sure that you check this out and the link will be given in the description to how to georeference a topo sheet in ArcGIS Pro. So here in the table of contents section, we have three different layers. So the first layer represents a topo sheet without any georeference. So let me show you this. And second one is a georeferenced topo sheet, but in GCS, that is geographic coordinate system. So this particular topo sheet is georeferenced, but currently in the projection called GCS. And this particular projection, so it is georeferenced topo sheet in PCS, that is projected coordinate system of WGS 1984 UTM coordinate system. So using the projected coordinate system, we can calculate the areas and for example, we can calculate the area of this lake. So in GCS, we can't do that. So in PCS, we can calculate the areas. So now let me select this file. So I will remove the other two files here. So to start digitizing in ArcGIS Pro, first we are interested to create a point, line and polygon shapefile. So let's start digitizing our topo sheet. So first we need to create a shapefile for our, so to digitize this topo sheet, so we need to create a shapefile. So now go to this option called edit. So move on to this section called view. So in that we're going to select this option called catalog pan. So select this option. So once you did that, we're gonna visualize this particular window called catalog. So now in catalog pan, so you can navigate to your folder location to save your digitizing features. For example, now we're gonna create a polygon, so you can navigate to your folder location. So for now, I'm going to move on to the new volume drive. So in that gonna select this ArcGIS Pro. So in the project, I have selected this folder called digitization of topo sheet. So in that, I've created a new folder called shapefile. So you can right click and select this option called new. So to create new folder. So once you did that, you're going to select this shapefile. So in that, we're going to create a new polygon. So right click. So select this option called new and navigate to shapefile. So a new window saying create feature class. So in that, now we're going to create a polygon. So feature class location, we have selected our shapefile folder location. So the feature class name will be, so here we're going to digitize the different water bodies in this particular study area. So in this topo sheet, so we're going to enter as the water bodies. So I have entered the feature class name as water bodies. The geometry type we're going to select is will be polygon. And make sure that you select your coordinate system. So currently it is in projected coordinate system of WGS 1984 UTM zone 42. So now we're going to select this particular option here. So we're going to select this option called current map. So selecting the current map will, so let me show you here. So it is in GCS. So now let me select this one. We're going to select this particular option here, GeoRefer Toposheet PCS. So it is PCS. So now you can able to visualize that is WGS 1984 UTM zone 43 north. So it is in zone 43 north. So to create this shapefile, we have to move on to this option called run and click this option called run. So now we can able to visualize in the table of content section, we have our shapefile called water bodies. So now to start digitizing, we have to select this shapefile called water bodies. So now we have selected the shapefile called water bodies. Now move on to this option called edits. So in that we're going to create this option called, we're going to select this option called create features. So once you did that, the new window has been popped up here. So in here, we're going to select this shapefile called water bodies. So once you did that, there is different options available here. So we have the option called create a polygon feature, and the next option will be auto complete the polygon, and this one, it is a right angle polygon, creates a polygon feature with right angle. So now we're going to select this option called create a polygon feature. So once you select it, your cursor appears like a plus like symbol, so you can able to visualize it here. So once you selected that tool, so we're gonna navigate to the water body here, so you can able to visualize. We're gonna zoom in this particular water body here. So we're gonna zoom this, and we're gonna hold the mouse scroll button to move this topo sheet, or you can hold your C the C letter in your keyboard. You can just hold that and use your mouse to move this map. So once you fixed it, we're gonna start digitizing. So we're gonna start digitizing from here. Let me digitize this particular water body here. So we have to zoom well to get accuracy of your digitization. You have to zoom well, and you have to start digitizing your features in the topo sheet. Make sure that you hold C or the scroll button in your mouse to move this topo sheet while digitizing. So you can either use your scroll button in your mouse or the C letter in your keyboard to move this topo sheet. So now to complete this feature, so once you have digitized your feature, to complete this one, so you have to so either you can click this option called to finish the apply changes and complete the current operation, or you can just double click. So once you did that, so now I can able to visualize the feature here. We digitized this particular water body. So once you have completed your feature of this particular water body, you have to navigate to this edit section, and you have to select this option called save. To save your edits, yes, click yes. So now let me show you this. So we have digitized this particular water body from our topo sheet, from this topo sheet. So now let me digitize few more water bodies close to this particular water body here, the proximity to this water body. So we're going to digitize this particular water body here. So now let me zoom in. So it is a similar process. We're going to select this option called create a polygon feature. So once you did that, so navigate to your feature. So this particular water body is my feature. So I'm going to start digitizing here. So to get a higher accuracy of your feature, make sure that you zoom in and you start digitizing it. And suppose if you have made a wrong points, so like this one, so you can just right click on that. So you can select this option called delete vertices. So suppose you are making a point like this, so you can just select that point, right click on your mouse. So you can select this option called delete vertex. So now let me start this digitization. So let me complete this particular feature here. So once you completed your feature, so you have to double click to complete this feature. Let me digitize this particular water body here. So I will digitize this. And now to complete this digitization, just double click. So we have completed. So in case if you want to edit this particular polygon, so you have to navigate to this tool called edit. So in edit section, you have to select this option called edit vertices. So make sure that you select your feature. So we have already selected this particular feature. Let me show you once more time here. So we have selected this part of this polygon here. So we have to navigate to the section called edits. In that we have to select this option called edit vertices. So once you did that, so we get an option here, so you can able to visualize here. So now we can drag this part of this vertices down here. So now we can edit your portion of your polygon here. So we have editing. So in case if you want to add some vertices to this polygon here, so you have to right click on this line. So we have to click this option called add a vertex. So click this option called add vertex. So you're gonna add a vertex here. So let me place a vertex here. Click. So here we have placed a vertex. Similarly, let me add a vertices in here. Right click and click this option called add vertex. So in this way you can add a vertex, and you can just drag this vertex according to your choice to make some edit this polygon, changes your polygon here. So once you did that, you can click this option called finish. Now let me show you this option on one more feature here. So here you can able to visualize here. So there is a water body polygon I have created. So there is a gap in here. So now we're gonna select this particular polygon. So we've selected this particular polygon. So we already turned the edit vertices on, and here we're gonna add some vertices here. So we're gonna place our mouse, that is cursor, on this line and right click, add this option called add vertices. Similar here, right click, add vertices. So you can just draw your you can just locate your vertices according to this particular feature here. So likewise you can add vertices. So once you did that, click this option called finish. So once you are finished digitizing your water bodies features over the topo sheets, so go to this option called in edit section, click this option called save to save your edits. So click this option called S to save edits. So once you completed your digitizing your water bodies in this topo sheet, so now let me turn off my topo sheet layer here. So now you can visualize the water bodies I have digitized here. So I could like to name this water bodies here. I've digitized from my topo sheet. So to name this water bodies, you have to navigate to the layer water bodies, hit right click and select this option called attribute table. So once you selected the attribute table, so it's loading here. So now in attribute table, you can visualize the FID, shape and ID here. So we have digitized around 8 different, so it is around 9 different water bodies we have digitized. Now let me show you that. So here we have digitized a few more water bodies in the topo sheet. So here the couple of more water bodies we have digitized. So it is given in our attribute table. So you can select this particular option here. Let me select this particular layer, so it gets highlighted. So you can visualize it here. Let me zoom this area, so it gets highlighted here. So our attribute table will show us what are the things we have digitized here. So we have digitized around 9 different water bodies here. So let me select, and once you select here, it gets highlighted in your map section. So this part of this water body gets highlighted. So now let me select this one. So this part of this water body gets highlighted. Similarly, let me select this particular polygon here. So it gets selected here. So you can able to visualize. Likewise, you can select, you can clear the selection by using this option called clear. So you can also select, use this particular option here that is available. So I've selected this polygon. You can also clear the selection from here. So you can use the select tool to select the polygon. Now let me select select tool here. So we can just click here. So it gets highlighted here. Similarly, in attribute table, it gets highlighted. So now if you want to provide a name to this water body, so I can just use this option called add a field, add a new field in this table. So now click this option. So it's loading our field here. So you can create a new field here. So now let me enter as name, And now I've entered a new field called name. So you can have to provide your data type here. So I'm going to select here. So I'm going to select a text as my data type. So once you did that, to create a new field, you have to click this option called save. So now in the attribute table here, you can able to see a new field called name is created. So similar way, to add a new field here, you have to click this option called click here to add a new field. So now the new field name will be area. So I've created a field name called area here. So we're gonna select so now I have mistakenly created a new field. So to delete this, you have to right click and select this option called delete. So now let me select my data type here. So I'm gonna select float as my data type. So once you did, you have to move on to this option called save the modification to the table. So now the new table will be displayed in the here. So area. So now let me close this. So now a new field has been added, that is two new fields, a name and area. So now I could like to add a name of this polygon. So all this polygon represents a water body. So we're gonna add as water body here. Yeah, just click on this particular so you can just enter the name by double click, and you can now enter the name. I'm gonna enter as water body. So I've entered the name as water body. So I have added the polygon name water body here. So in this way you can add your name to your polygon. So now we could like to calculate the area for this polygon here. So now to calculate area, so let me remove this selection here. I'm gonna clear this selection. So click this option called clear. So once you cleared selection, click this field called area, right click. So in that we're gonna select this option called calculate geometry. So a new window pop-up saying calculate geometry. In that, so our input feature will be a water body. So in the geometry attributes, in the properties, if you have to click this option, we're gonna select as area. So once you select done that, the area units will be visible here. So we have to select the area in units. So we're gonna select the area will be in square kilometers. And now we're gonna select our coordinate reference system. So I'm gonna select our existing coordinate reference system, that is GeoReference Topo PCS. It is a projected coordinate system. So the coordinate reference system is displayed WGS 1984 UTM zone 43 north. So click OK to calculate area. So yes, we have error here. The length of the value exceeds the feed. Okay. So you can also select double as your data type. So it's not a problem here. Okay, we can visualize our, now we can able to visualize the result here, area in square kilometers. So you can take a look at this units here. So it is in square kilometers. So now let me add a name of this particular field here. So now let me save my edits, click S. So here let me select this particular polygon here. So the total area of this particular polygon, it is around 1.17 square kilometers. So this particular water body has an area of around 1.17 square kilometers. Clear this. So we can able to visualize that. We can easily create our polygon, and we can add a name, and we can calculate area of that particular polygon. So now let me close this. So the next thing I want to digitize is I could like to digitize this dense hub, and I could like to digitize the settlement areas here. So let me show you this. So now let me digitize this dense scrub. So now let me digitize it. So once you've completed your digitizing, double click to finish the digitization. And similarly, I could like to create a, so I could like to digitize the settlement area here. So let me start digitizing it. So I've completed digitizing our dense scrub and our settlement. So now let me head back to our attribute table. So right click the layer and select the option called attribute table. So here you can able to visualize here, this is our dense scrub, and this is our settlement. So I'm gonna place a name here. So I'm gonna add a name here. So first select this and show you. So our dense herb is highlighted here. I'm gonna add the name here, dense scrub. So I've named as dense scrub. Similarly, gonna enter our this one. So that is our settlements. So it is highlighted here. Let me show you this. So this is our settlement here. Gonna enter the name as settlement. So now we're gonna calculate the area here. Right click and select this option called calculate geometry. Similar set of actions. We're gonna select our area, and you can select the area in units in square kilometers. And now I'm going to select our coordinate reference system. So that is WGS 1984 UTM zone 43 north. Click OK. And now we can be able to visualize here. We have calculated our area. So dense scrub will have an area of around 1.12 square kilometers, and settlement will have an area of around 0.20 square kilometers. So let me save this. Let me close this. And now let me clear the selection here. So once you clear your selection, so let me turn off my Toposheet here, so you can able to visualize it here, our features. So now I could like to label the features here, and also I could like to categorize this into different colors. So for example, water will be classified as a different color, and the dense herb will be classified in a different color, and also the settlements. So for that, we're gonna move on to the layers and right click, and we're gonna select this option called Symbology. So now the window pop up saying Symbology water body. So in that, we're gonna select this option. We're gonna select the primary symbology. We're gonna select this option called. So in the symbology, we're gonna select this option called unique values. So draw categorize using unique values of one or multiple fields. So select this option. And once you did that, we're going to select a field called name. So based on name, we're going to categorize it. So we have water body and settlements and dense scrubland. So we're going to select a field called name. So now based on that, we have categorized into different colors. The water bodies will be represented in this color, and the dense scrub will be represented in this color, and the settlements here. So you can change the color here or the shapes. And now I have selected a color for blue for water bodies. So you can also, let me show you the once more time here. So I will show this. So we're gonna select a color here. Once you click that, this particular window will be pop up. So you can select your color here. So you're gonna select this particular color. So now you can visualize it. So now let me get back. So similarly, let me select a red color for our settlements. Now I have selected orange color for our settlements here. So, and now we have categorized it based on our color. So now to show the labels, so we have to move on this to the section called labeling. So in that we're going to select this option called in fields. In fields, we're going to select name. And once you selected your field called name, so we're going to click this option called label. So we're going to enable. So here you can able to visualize it. So water body, dense scrub and settlements. So here in this part you can observe, so you can select your fonts, different fonts, and also you can select the size of your fonts here. So we can select here. So you can also select Times New Roman. So many different fonts have been available here. So and also so you can select the size of your fonts. So now we have created a Polygon shapefile. Now let's move on to creating points and polyline. So go to the navigate to view section. In that we're going to select catalog pan. So in that we're going to navigate to our folders. So and now I have navigated to my folder digitization of Toposheets. So I'm going to right click here and click this option called new. So in new we're going to select this option called shapefiles. So once you did that, and now we're going to enter the feature class name polyline. So we're going to enter as polyline, and now select the geometry type as a polyline here. So we're going to select polyline, And now select your coordinate reference system. So you're gonna stick to this existing coordinate reference system of WGS 1984 QTM zone 43 north. So once you did that, we're gonna click this option, run. And now here in the table of contents section, you can visualize a polyline shapefile as created. Let me turn on my Toposheet here. So a polyline shapefile is created here. Now let me select this particular polyline shapefile, and so go to this section called edits. In that, we're gonna select this option called create. So now we're gonna select this polyline shapefile. So in that, we're gonna select this option called create a line feature. So once you did that, we're gonna digitize the roads in this Toposheet. So now you're going to digitize this particular road here, so you can visualize it. So this is the road, so you're going to digitize it. And now let's start digitizing a road here. So you're going to digitize it. So you have to zoom in and to get accuracy of your work. So I'm digitizing the road here. So now if you could like to move your map, all you have to do is hold your C letter in your keyboard and click this left key in your mouse. So to move your map, to move the map, you have to press your C letter in your keyboard and left key in your mouse. So to move this map. So now let me digitize it. Continue my digitization. And now to finish your digitization on your roads, just double click. So it's completed now. Now you can able to visualize we have digitized this particular road here. Let me zoom in. So we have digitized this particular road. And now suppose if you want to digitize the road here, so if you want to connect this road here, so we can just start digitizing from here. And to connect to this particular road network, so you have to connect to this road network. So for that you have to move on to navigate to this tool called snapping. So now we have to turn this on. So snapping is on. You have to click here and snapping tool will be on. So now you can just connect to this road, and once you did that, just double click and the road network is get connected here. So you can able to visualize it. So whenever you connect to one road to another road, make sure that you turn on your snapping tool. So it can connect the road accurately. You can able to visualize it. So it is connected accurately here. And now here, let me continue digitizing the road network here. So for that, make sure that you turn on your snapping. So snapping is on. So now let me start from this point. So we have start from this particular point. And let me start digitizing the road here. So I'm digitizing it here. And in case if you have made some mistakes, for example, so while digitizing you have made it wrong and digitized in this part of the region, so in that case you can just avoid it. So to avoid that, you have to hold your control and control button in your keyboard and press the Z letter in your keyboard. So to remove this, so you can remove. So let me show you once again. Have digitizing, I made this mistake here. Just hold your control and Z key in your keyboard, so it will remove this. So you can continue digitizing your roads. So to finish digitizing your polyline, just double click, so it's get completed. And now to save your edits, so you have to navigate to this option called here, that is an edit section. You have to click this option called save to save your edits. And now let me show you this. Let me turn off the topo sheet. So we have created a road network here for the specific study region. So now to calculate the length of this road, so you can navigate to this option called, that is select the polyline, right click and select attribute table. Similar to the polygon, So I have created a field called name and entered the name as road, and you can also calculate the length just by adding a new field. So we're gonna add a new field here. So let me add a field name called length. So I've added a field called length. So we're gonna select the data type, that is with double. And now to create the new field, you have to click this option called save. So we're gonna close this. So now in the attribute table, you can able to visualize a new field called length is created. And now to calculate the length, we have to right click on the length field, and you have to click this option called calculate geometry. So in that, we're gonna input that is our polyline. So property will be, we're gonna select length, and we have to select the length in units. So you're gonna select in kilometers. And now select your coordinate reference system, that is our WGS 1984 UTM zone 43 north, and click OK to calculate the length. So you can able to see here the first road network is, let me right click so you can visualize it here. So it is around 11.32 kilometers, and the second road will be, it is around 1.6 kilometer, and the third road it is around 2.27 kilometers. So now to save this, it is saved. Edit, go to the edit section and click save. And now let me close this. Now let me clear the selection here. And now we have created polygon and polyline and polygon. So now let's move on to creating point shapefile. So navigate to view section, click this option called catalog pane. So in that, we're going to navigate to our folder location, shapefiles, right click, and click this option called new. In that, we're going to move on to navigate to shapefile and click shapefile. And now here we have the geoprocessing window. So that is create a feature class, and a feature class will be, the feature class name will be point. So now let me enter point, and now I have entered as point. Now let me select the geometry type as point, and let me select the coordinate system. So the coordinate reference system will be in WGS 1984 UTM zone 43 north for the study region. So it is in PCS, that is in projected coordinates system. So now click this option run to create a point shapefile. So in the table of contents section, you can visualize here we have created a new shapefile called point. So now we're gonna select this point shapefile, and we're gonna navigate to our edit section. In that, we're gonna click this option called create. So once you did that, we're gonna select our point shapefile here, and click this option called create a point feature. So now let me turn on my Toposheet here. So we're gonna add a name of the village here. So here you can able to visualize here. It is a village. So it is name of this village is it is in Kunur. Kunur. So we're gonna add this point here. So now I have added a point. So now I have placed a point here. Now let me show you, turn off this Toposheet so you can now visualize it. The point has been added here. So now let me add the name of this point, that is Kunur. So I'm gonna right click this particular point here and click this option called attribute table. So in that, I'm gonna create a field called name. So I'm gonna add the name of the village here. And now let me save this. Yes. So once you did that, we're gonna click this option called add, and have created a field name, village name. So we're gonna enter the data type, that is text. And now click here. I have made some changes to the field name village, and we're gonna save this field. And now let me close this. And now here you can able to visualize here the new field called image is added here. So now let me enter the name of this village, Kunur, and now I have added a name, village name is Kunur. And now let me close this. So you can also make some changes to the symbology. So you can right click and go to this properties. So right click, go to the option called Symbology. So in the Symbology section, you can select your choice. So you can select a single symbol or unique value, of your choice. And now let me save my work. So go to this option called save the project. And now let me label this village name here. So go to the point layer, right click and select this option called labels. Or you can also select this option here, labels, labeling. So in that, we're gonna select the field name will be village. So once you did that, we're gonna click this option called label, enable label. And now we have labeled our polygon and our polyline and point. So roads, water body, dens and settlements and our village name. So it is represented here. So in this video, I have shown you how to digitize Toposheet using point, line and polygon in ArcGIS Pro. So thanks for watching and please subscribe to our channel and give us a like.